New footage appears to show Ukrainian forces destroying several Russian armored vehicles in the east of the war-torn country, as Moscow bears down on Ukrainian positions across the front lines. The clip, shared by the Ukrainian Defense Ministry on Wednesday, appears to show an airborne drone filming a column of Russian armored vehicles moving through the Ukrainian countryside. The video looks to show the vehicles attempting to change direction, and soldiers evacuating the convoy. Smoke is visible from some of the vehicles, with a final shot showing a vehicle in flames. The vehicles became scrap metal, Kyiv said in a post to social media. Kyiv gave no indication of when and where the footage was filmed, and it is not possible to independently verify the clip. The video was attributed to Ukraine's Shadow Unit, specialized in the use of drones and artillery. In a post to Telegram on Tuesday, the unit wrote, "Another successful Russian assault on Novomykhailivka." The village of Novomykhailivka sits on the current front lines in eastern Ukraine, southwest of the Russian-controlled regional capital, Donetsk City, and northeast of the ruined town of Vuhledar. Vuhledar was the site of bitter fighting in 2023, and Western intelligence suggested Russia lost a slew of armored vehicles around the village in early 2023. Geolocated footage from Tuesday shows that Russia advanced south of Novomykhailivka, according to a U.S. think tank, the Institute for the Study of War, ISWW. The Ukrainian military said on Wednesday that Russia had attempted to break through Kyiv's defensive lines around Novomykhailivka 39 times in the previous 24 hours. Moscow attacked around Novomykhailivka and the neighboring villages of Georgiivka and Krasnohorivka, Kyiv said. The Russian Defense Ministry said on Wednesday that it fired on Ukrainian positions around Vuhledar, taking out 2 Ukrainian tanks in the area. Attacks in this southern part of Ukraine's eastern Donetsk region came as Russia presses Ukrainian defenses west of the captured strategic city of Avdiivka. Ukraine withdrew from the former stronghold in mid-February. In the weeks since Ukrainian forces retreated from Avdiivka, Ukraine's military has said it has pulled back from a handful of villages west of the city, including Stepov, Lastochkin, and Severn. Seizing these settlements helps consolidate Russian positions around Avdiivka, the UK government assessed last week. Russia has simultaneously launched what the ISW think tank termed a cohesive multi-axis offensive operation in northeastern Ukraine, close to the Russian-controlled cities of Svatove and Kreminna, as well as the Ukrainian-held railway hub of Kupiansk. Russia is having some success in this sector of the front line, the commander of the 13th Brigade of Ukraine's National Guard told Newsweek last week. 2 weeks of NATO drama have somewhat overshadowed Ukraine's deteriorating battlefield position, as Western politicians and media focus on the ever-present danger of direct conflict between Moscow and its transatlantic rivals. Kyiv's forces are struggling to hold the long front line in the south and east of the country against continued and at times frenzied assaults. Units are increasingly short of manpower and are still being denied the Western ammunition and advanced weapons Kyiv says it vitally needs. Recent interventions and a significant intelligence leak from Western capitals, though, have focused on the prospect of NATO troops operating within Ukraine and prompted fresh threats of nuclear war from Russian President Vladimir Putin and his Kremlin allies.
Від хлопців з туристика. Гармата! І ваш подарунок, ребятка, зараз буде доставлений.
French President Emmanuel Macron first raised the proposal of deploying NATO troops to Ukraine in training and advisory roles. In his denouncement of the plan, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz revealed that French and British troops are already thought to be in-country. This conclusion was then echoed in a recording, intercepted and leaked by Russia, of senior German military officials discussing Western support to Ukraine. The greatest acute danger is still from the front lines in Ukraine. One European diplomatic official, who spoke to Newsweek on the condition of anonymity, as they were not authorized to speak publicly, said when asked about the prospects of Russian escalation. A second European diplomatic official, who also requested anonymity to speak candidly, suggested to Newsweek that Moscow primarily wants to exploit alliance concerns to further deter Western aid to Kyiv. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and his top officials are all still lobbying hard for more weapons to be delivered faster and with increased regularity. Keeping Ukraine in the artificial deficit of weapons, particularly in deficit of artillery and long-range capabilities, allows Putin to adapt to the current intensity of the war, the president said last month.
Наведен готов! Заряжено!
Орудие! Выстрел!
Орудие!
Выстрел!